Find the exact value of tangent of cosine inverse 1/3. Tangent and cosine inverse, I mean, they are not inverses to each other, and we cannot change cosine inverse into tangent inverse. So we need to let cosine inverse 1/3, I mean, this is an angle in fact, okay, cosine of some angle theta equals 1/3, so this will be an angle, so we let this be, let's say, angle theta. So we let theta be cosine inverse of 1/3. Okay, that is same as take cosine both sides. Cosine of theta is 1/3, and where theta should belong for in cosine inverse, when we find the answer, that should be in 0 to pi. Okay, the theta should be in 0 to pi, either in the first quadrant or in the second quadrant. Now this question reads tangent theta because we assume this thing to be theta, so we want to find tangent theta. So we have cosine theta equals 1/3. From this we need to determine tangent theta. So one of many ways is to draw a right triangle based on this and find tangent theta. So cosine theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. So let me draw a right triangle with angle theta. This is adjacent is 1 and hypotenuse is 3. Now we need opposite b, and this is like a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 1 is squared, which is 1, plus b squared equals c squared, 3 squared, which is 9. This is 1. Subtract 1 from both sides. So b squared equals 9 minus 1, 8. Take a square root both sides. Then we get b equals plus minus, but we are taking plus because this is distance. 8 plus, just plus. Don't have to write plus. And we can leave here, but better answer would be square root of 8 is 4 times 2. So it does have a perfect square factor. So this is same as 2 root 2. So we found this b, okay, opposite of theta. Now we have all three sides, and I will go back here and find this equals, this is tangent theta, and tangent theta is opposite over adjacent. Opposite is 2 root 2 over 1. So 1 doesn't count, 2 root 2. Okay, in the same way, let's find next. We got secant of tangent inverse 1/2, same thing. So this is an angle, let's say theta. So let theta be tangent inverse 1/2, and we can take tangent both sides. That is same as tangent theta equals 1/2, and this theta, for when we evaluate tangent inverse of something, this theta should be in between negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, by the way. So plus means first quadrant, minus means fourth quadrant, but this is plus 1/2. So first quadrant, let's draw a right triangle based on this. This is theta, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. So this is 1, 2. Now we need to determine this hypotenuse c. We know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which is 2 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared. So 4 plus 1, 5. 5 equals c squared. Take a square root, we get c equals root 5. Okay, now we have all three sides, and this question is pretty much secant theta. Okay, what is secant theta? Secant is reciprocal of cosine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. That means this will be hypotenuse over adjacent. So hypotenuse c, which is root 5, over adjacent, which is 2, root 5 over 2. Okay, final.